Hi, welcome you all. My name is Dr. S. Sivanjanam and my specialization is Soil Science and Agricultural Chemistry. Associate Professor, Faculty of Agricultural Sciences from Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research. Now we are going to discuss about soil density. Comes under the course of Fundamental of Soil Science. What is soil density? What are all density comes under the soil density? These things we are going to see detailing. So the soil density is the weight per unit volume of substance. Based on that, we are calculating the soil density. So the density we are expressed as gram per cubic centimeter or megagram per cubic meter is the unit volume value of the density. So the mainly the density is two different categories there. Classified by two different categories. One is bulk density, another one is particle density. So the bulk density consider the total mass of soil and the volume of soil, and it's approximately the range of 1.0 to 1.65 gram per cc. So the bulk density, solid and the air space, then vacuum space, all the things we are calculating. Okay. Now particle density. So it is considered the mass of soil solid alone, and volume of soil, and it's around 2.65 gram per cc is average of particle density. So the particle density usually higher than bulk density. The particle density we are measuring about the solid portion of the particles only, not the vacuum or void space of the particles. Okay. Okay, the density of substance, it is expressed as weight per unit volume. So the density, the formula of density, mass by volume, gram per centimeter cube or megagram per meter cube. So the soil density is expressed in two well accepted concepts. One is bulk density, otherwise called as apparent specific gravity. The next one is particle density, is otherwise called as absolute specific gravity. So the soil, so the bulk density and the particle density level also vary based on the particle size. The particle size, based on the particle size also, the soil are classified as clay, silt and sand. So the generally the clay soil, particle size of clay soil is more than 0 to 0.002 mm diameter, and the silt soil 0.0022 to 0.063 diameter. Then sandy soil 0.063 to 2 diameter. Then gravels. So the particle size of gravel is 2 to 63 mm per diameter. Why we want to study this particle size? You can see this image also. The clay soil and the silty soil and the sand. The sandy soil, it have less water infiltration. So the water movement, leaching losses is much more higher in the sandy soil than silt and clay. So the silty soil is partially soil water losses is also there, but the clay soil, clay due to its particle size, it can able to hold the maximum water within itself, and the nutrient losses also avoid in this clay soil. So that we want to know about the different texture of the soil because of know about the its infiltration rate. Then you can see the soil moisture condition, the saturation, the soil moisture condition also, the three different moisture condition is there. One is saturation, another one is field capacity, the next one is wilting point. The saturation, the soil is too wet, there is no air space. Then the wilting point, that means it is too dry, no available water on this soil. Then field capacity, it is the ideal soil for good agricultural land. So it have the balance between air, water and soil. So it may be good for the cultivation of most of the crops. So so we want to know these three things: saturation point, field capacity, and the wilting point based on the soil moisture conditions. Then you can see the simple image explanation about the bulk density and the particle density and the porosity also. So the bulk density, I already told to you, in the bulk density, we are calculating the solid portion of the particles only. So this entire solid portion only. You can see the 100% solid portion present in this square box. So the 100% solid material, based on the calculation, weight of the solid portion, solid material is 2.66 gram, and its volume based on the centimeter cube, 1 centimeter cube. So based on the calculation, it is 2.66 gram. Then here you can see the bulk density. We are going to calculate the bulk density. So the bulk density, it is considered about the solid and the air vacuum void space also. So this square box always present both void space and solid material also. It always present in 50% solid material and the remaining 50% void space. You can see this clear image. So after compressing this solid material, you can see like this of the square box. So the 50% portion occupied by the solid material, then remaining 50% occupied by the pores. So that 50 solid material and 50% pore space. So that the weight of the material, you can see 1.33. So this weight of the solid material for the 1 square meter is 1.66 for particle density, 2.66 for particle density, and 1.33 for bulk density. So that the bulk density value lesser than particle density. Okay. Then the bulk density, some of the important character we are seeing here. So the oven dry weight of a unit volume of soil inclusive of 4 phase is called as bulk density. So the bulk density of a soil is always smaller than particle density. Then the bulk density of sandy soil is about 1.6 gram per centimeter cube, whereas that organic matter is about 0.5 gram per centimeter cube. Then the bulk density normally decreases as mineral soil becomes finer in texture. Then the bulk density varies indirectly with the total pore space present in the soil. Soil solid give a good estimation of porosity of the soil, and the bulk density is greater important than particle density. Particle density in understanding the physical behavior of the soil. So generally the soil with low bulk density have favorable physical conditions. So the textural classes of the bulk density, you can see based on the different texture, the variation of bulk density also you can see here. Sandy soil have more bulk density than clay soil. Sandy soil, bulk density of sandy soil 1.6 gram per cc. Then loamy soil 1.4 gram per cc. Then silty soil, silty loam 1.3 gram per cc, and clay 1.1 gram per cc. So the decreasing particle size, the bulk density also decreasing, and increasing particle size, the bulk density also increasing. So the decreasing particle size, the pore space also increasing, and increasing particle size, the pore space, soil pore space, pore percentage also decreasing. You can see the sandy soil pore space is 40%, then clay soil as 58%. Then measuring of bulk density, the different way we can able to measure the bulk density. The first one is measuring cylinder method. In this method, weight of soil taken. So we already know the weight of soil, and graduated measuring cylinder, the volume of graduated measuring cylinder, then volume of water added in the measuring cylinder, and the total volume of soil with water noted. So the weight by volume is the formula for the calculation of the bulk density. So how much weight we are taken, how and filling in the volumetric measuring cylinder. What is its volume? So based on that, we are measuring. Then pore space. V1 is graduated measuring cylinder, the size of the graduated measuring cylinder occupied in the soil, and V2 is volume of water added. So for example, if we take 100 ml of measuring cylinder and added in 50 gram of soil means, so what is the volume of the soil occupied in the volumetric flask? And after adding the water, for example 15 ml means, after adding the water in the measuring cylinder, what is the range of the volume of water in this measuring cylinder? So the V1 plus V2 minus V3, we can easily calculate about the pore space. And particle density weight by V3. V3 is total volume of soil with water noted in the measuring cylinder. V2 is volume of water added. 15 ml means you can add the V2 as the 50 ml. Then you can easily calculate the particle density by the measuring cylinder method. Then the wax coating method. So the small undisturbed soil clod is weighted, and that soil clod also coated with the molten wax. After coated the wax, you can insert the clods on the measuring cylinder. Then you can noted how much volume of water will be rising on the measuring cylinder. The natural before the adding the cloth, you know the water level. For example, 25 means after adding the cloth, how much it will be increased. 25 to 28 means, so the 3 ml volume is increased on this measuring cylinder. So the volume occupied by this cloth is 3 ml in the measuring cylinder. So based on that also, we can easily calculating the wax coating method about the bulk density. And the Pequotski cup method. So a brass cylinder with perforated bottom is fitted with a filter paper, then filtered with air dried soil and placed in a tray containing water. The wet soil weighted is noted. The expanded soil over the cup is removed, and the weight of expanded soil and the soil in the cup are weighted with moisture and after oven drying. From the data observed, the bulk density, particle density, pore space, volume of expansion, and water holding capacity are determined by the Keen-Rivosky cup method. You can see the next one is core sampler method. So the core sampler, we already well know, this is the standard size of the radius of the cup. So the standard volume radius also we know. So its volume also we are very well know. After collecting the soil sample, what is the volume and what is the weight of the soil? Based on the weight and volume, weight is we are calculating after oven drying only. After oven drying, what is the weight and volume of soil? Based on that, we can easily measure the bulk density of soil. You can see how he is using the core sampler on the ground level. So different depth also we can easily collect by this core sampler. So the sharp edge also we can able to see on this core sampler, because the sharp edge will help to running on this core sampler on soil. So the core sampling cylinder with guard rings are inserted into the soil of the core drive. The undisturbed soil in the cylinder is then oven dried and weighted. For the weight of soil and volume of cylinder, the bulk density of soil is calculated. This is the true field bulk density determined in an undisturbed soil. Then soil penetration test. So the resistance offered by soil to the force delivered by the soil penetration test. So the resistance offered by the soil to the force delivered by hand using a pin through the profile is assessed and bulk density is rated. In the penetration test, based on the power of penetration, we can easily calculate the soil bulk density. The first one is pin entered easily and neatly in a soil, so its bulk density is 1 gram per cc. Soil is very loose in texture. Then the fine entered easily with the slight force. If we give slight force, means the bulk density of soil is 1.2 gram per cc. So it is a loose in texture, and half of the pin entered in a soil. So the bulk density of soil is 1.4 gram per cc, moderately compacted. Then little part of pin entered 1.6 gram per cc is compact in nature. Then pin will not entered in the soil. So the bulk density of soil is 1.8 gram per cc. It is very compact in nature. Then you can see in this figure. So the bulk density typical of a variety of soil and the soil material also. So the scale also given here. So you can see the peat soil. So peat soil also comes under histosol. Histosol of compost material, peat and pine wood, always the bulk density is, the range is 0.1 to 0.7. The next, the cultivated land, cultivated clay soil and the silt loam, it is having the bulk density is 0.9 to 0.15 is the range. 1.5 is the range for the cultivated clay soil. And the cultivated sandy loam and the sands, it is the range of bulk density is 1.2 to 1.8 gram per cc. Then the compacted glacial till, the soil containing the bulk density 1.9 to 2.3 gram per cc. So the quartz, generally the quartz having the bulk density 1.6 to 2.6 to 2.7, because it is the highest density material. Then the soil volume weight relationship. So the void ratio, first we are seeing here void ratio, the ratio between pores and the soil solids. So that is called as void ratio. The next one is porosity. What is porosity? So the ratio between pores, void space and the total volume of soil. So that is porosity. The next one is water content, ratio between weight of soil water and the soil solid. So it is expressed in percentage only. The next, degree of saturation. So the degree of saturation is based on the value between volume of water and the volume of pores. It is expressed like as water content as percentage. Then the specific gravity, ratio between unit weight of unit volume of soil and the weight of unit volume of water at 4 degrees Celsius. Then the particle density, ratio between dry weight of soil and the volume of soil solid. So that is particle density. And the bulk density, we all very well know about the weight of soil and the total volume of soil mass. Bulk density. So the ratio between dry weight of soil and the total volume of soil mass. The next one is moisture content. Soil moisture content. This also the ratio between weight of soil water and bulk weight of wet soil, expressed in percentage only. So the weight base on weight base basis only we are calculating about this moisture content of each and every soil. We can see here the simple formula about the porosity. How to calculate the porosity? 1 into bulk density divided particle density into 100. Then how to calculate the void ratio? The porosity divided 1 minus porosity. We can measure the void ratio. We can calculate the ratio of void ratio. Then what are all factors affecting the bulk density? So the bulk density will be affected by pore space. So the pore space, increasing the pore space, decreasing the bulk density. The increasing the particle size, so the pore space always decreasing and the bulk density always increasing. So that the pore space also one of the important factors to affecting the bulk density. Mainly the low pore space we can notify on higher particle size of the soil. The next one is texture. So the texture always influenced by based on the size of the soil particles. The sandy soil have more bulk density than clay soil. So the decreasing the particle size, the bulk density decreasing, so the void space also increasing. So the medium bulk density always good than the higher bulk density of the soil. So that the texture also influencing about the soil bulk density. The next one is organic matter. So the organic matter content, the presence of organic matter content, the soil pore space increasing, the bulk density decreasing, the lesser presence of organic matter content increasing the soil bulk density. So increasing bulk density, the soil cannot is able to good fertility status also. So that the organic matter content, presence of organic matter content also important for influencing the important factors of bulk density also. So the three factor is main important: pore space, texture of the soil, and the organic matter presence of the soil for the factor affecting bulk density. Then the size of pores. So the size of pores is classified based mainly two categories. One is macropore, another one is micropore. Macropore is called as non-capillary pore. Micropore is called as capillary pore. So the non-capillary pore, its diameter is more than 0.5 mm diameter. And the micropore, the capillary pore diameter is less than 0.05 mm diameter. So that the soil having high micro diameter, it can able to hold much more quantity of water and nutrient, and the retained water and nutrient it can easily supply to the crop plant also. Then you can see here the detailed information about these soil particles and pores. The symmetric comparisons of sandy and clay soil showing the relationship between the soil particles and amount of larger macropore and small micropores in each. The clay soil containing large number of fine pores. You can see here the fine pores, large number of fine pores present in these clay particles with each aggregation. And the second one, the sand particles, well, the similar in size to the clay aggregates, are the solid and containing no pore space within them. So that is the difference between clay and sand. This is the reason why the amount of surface soil, those with coarse texture, are usually more denser than those with finer texture of the soil. Then the uniformity of grain size and the type of packing arrangement is significantly different. So it affects the bulk density of sand material also. You can see the different image always in explaining different particle size and its pore space also. The sand grain size. This is the sand grain size. The picture here you can see well shorted and loose in packing material. So the sand grain size is bigger and it is having very lesser pore. The material consists of all similar sized grain are termed as well shorted and poorly graded materials. Poor graded materials you can see on this image. Then you can see here those with a variety of grain size are well graded. So it is poorly shorted also you can see here. Then here you can see well graded and loose particles. The some of the loose particle also you can see on this soil. Then the third image you can see well shorted and light packing materials always present in this third image. The compaction of the particles into a tight packing. The tight packing you can see how much it will be tight. So the line will explaining compared to this image. and this image. So this image, this always shared, packed or touching with 4 sides only. So due to compaction, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. Based on the particle size, a different way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different angle. It will be attached with each and another particles. The compaction of the particles into a tight packing arranged, they markedly increase the bulk density of the material and decreasing its porosity. So this pore space is decreasing due to the compaction. Then the particle density. So the particle density is defined as the mass per unit volume of soil solid, and 1 cubic meter of soil solid weighing 2.6 megagram per cc. The particle density, the average particle density is 2.6 megagram per meter cube of the soil. Then the particle density is essential the same as the specific gravity of soil substance. The chemical composition and crystal structure of a material determine its particle density. Particle density is not affected by pore space and therefore is not related to particle size or to the arrangement of particles. So the particle density, the minerals, generally some heaviest mineral having the particle density range between 2.6 to 2.75 megagram per meter cube. Generally quartz, feldspar, mica, and some colloidal silicates always containing this range of particle density. And the major portion of mineral soil all have dystonic within this range only, 2.6 to 2.75 megagram per meter cube. The arable mineral surface soil, if the soil having the organic matter of 1 to 5% means the particle density 2.65 megagram per meter cube. Then high density mineral, particle density upwards to 2 megagram per meter cube, such as magnetite, granite, epidodite, and zircon, then tourmaline and hornblende. These minerals are called as high density mineral, so that it having the particle density above 3 megagram per meter cube. Then the soil known to be high in organic matter, which has a particle density of only 0.9 to 1.4 megagram per meter cube. Then particle density of different soil texture classes also you can see here. So the coarse texture sand particle density is 2.65 gram per centimeter cube, and the fine sand particle 2.659 gram per centimeter cube. Then silt soil particle density is 2.798 gram per centimeter cube, and clay 2.836 gram per centimeter cube. The particle density also called as true density of soil. Okay, you can see there another some important explanation about the bulk density and the particle density. You can see first one is particle density. Volume of this particle density, 4 block of solid rocks, no pore space. So to calculate solid particle density volume, generally its volume is 0.5 meter cube. Then weight is 1.33 mega cube. So the solid only, volume is solid only. So the weight also solid only. So that weight by volume, based on the calculation, we can get 1.33 divided 0.5. The value is 2.66 megagram per meter cube is the particle density of soil. Then the bulk density, if all the solid could be composed to the bottom, the cube would look like, you can see the calculation of bulk density. Volume is 1 meter cube. Then weight of the soil is 1.33 megagram. So the bulk density we are always calculating solid plus pore space. So the bulk density formula also the same like particle density, weight of woven dry soil divided volume of soil. So 1.33 divided, what is the volume is 1. here the volume is 1, the bulk density volume is 1, so that we are getting the value of 1.33 megagram per meter cube of the bulk density. So the bulk density always half of the amount of particle density. Then you can see based on the square box the particle density. So this is 100% solid material, so that the particle density based on weight is 2.66 gram and volume, the height and its the length breadth is centimeter 1 centimeter cube based on it 1 centimeter cube, so that this value is 2.66. But here the bulk density, the half of the amount solid material occupied in this cubic box. So the half of the amount is 1.33 gram per cubic centimeter, and the remaining half of the portion occupied by the air. So based on that, this calculation also you can see. Consider the 4 block of solid. So this is we are calculating particle density based on the 4 block of solid portion. The volume of the 4 block 4 by into 2 centimeter into 1 centimeter into 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter into 1 centimeter into 1 centimeter, okay, equal to 8 centimeter cube, and its weight is 21.6 grams. So based on this weight by volume 21.6 into divided 8, okay, the particle density is 2.7 gram per centimeter cube. So the prismatic solid mass consisting of 4 tightly fitted mineral blocks. So the particle density, the same, these particles we are calculating in a cylinder mass of soil consisting of 4 loosely packed mineral blocks. So consider the same 4 block of solid rock arranged in this cylinder loosely to form cylinder of soil that include the space between mineral blocks. So the volume, we are using the formula of calculating the volume is pi r square and h for height of the cylinder, and radius we always of radius is r square, and pi, the value of pi is 3.14. The standard value of pi is 3.14 into radius is the length of the whole distance is 3 centimeter, but its radius is 1.5 centimeter square, and the height of the cylinder is 2.5. Height of the cylinder is 2.5. So we can easily calculate about the volume is 17.7 centimeter cube. So the weight 21.6 gram. So the same, like the same only. So the bulk density based on its calculation 21.6 divided 17.7 equal to 1.22 gram per cc, because the 45% solid occupied in the cylinder, remaining 55% occupied by the pore space, so that the value is lesser than bulk density, particle density. Bulk density value lesser than particle density. You can see here the cubic calculation. In the field, 1 cubic meter of certain soil appear as solid and air, solid and pore space 1.33 megagram. So the calculation volume is 1 meter cube of this cube is 1 meter cube. The weight of the cube is 1.33 mega cube. So the volume is solid plus pore based on calculation of bulk density. So the weight of the woven dry soil 1.33 mega cube divided volume of soil solid plus pore, so that we can get the 1.33 megagram for the bulk density. Then you can see the cubic calculation about the particle density. Half of the portion is air space, then remaining half of the portion only solid phase. That also weight is 1.33 megagram. So the volume occupied in this box is 0.5 only. Here the volume occupied in this box 1 centimeter cube, but here 0.5 centimeter, half of the portion only occupied. So the solid portion only 0.5, and the weight is 1.33 megagram. So the solid particles density is weight of solid divided volume of soil. So therefore, you can see this calculation, weight by volume 1.33 divided 0.5. So the volume of particle density 2.66 megagram per centimeter cube. Then porosity. So the porosity also one of the important things. Soil porosity refers to the part of soil volume that is not occupied by soil, particles or organic matter. So the pore space of soil is the space occupied by air and water. So the amount or ratio of pore space in soil is determined by the arrangement of soil particles like sand, silt and clay. So the sandy soil, the particles are arranged loosely, closely, and the pore space is low because of the arrangement of sandy soil. And the clay soil, the particles are arranged in porous aggregates and the pore space is high. And the presence of organic matter increase the pore space. Then you can see the simple calculation about the porosity. First, we are seeing here calculation of bulk density. First step, weight of soil solid divided volume of soil plus solid plus pore space. Then particle density calculation, weight of soil solid divided volume of solid only. Both we are calculating solid. And you can see the form equations 1 and 2. So the dP is particle density and Vs means volume of solid equal to dP bulk density into solid plus particle density, solid volume of solid plus particle density. Then you can see which simplifies equal to Vs divided Vs plus dP, volume of solid divided volume of solid plus particle density equal to bulk density divided particle density. So this way we can easily calculate. And is known as Vs divided pore space. Solid space we are calculating based on the percentage. Vs divided Vs plus dP into 100 equal to 100% of solid space. The calculation of pore space plus solid pore space plus solid space equal to 100%. Hence, the calculation of pore space 100% minus per bulk density divided particle density into 100. We can get the pore space of the soil. So you can see here the simple explanation about the pore space of the soil solid. Bricks, due to high bulk density, it is having low pore space. You can see. So the spongy, low bulk density, it is having low bulk density because presence of higher pore space. And what are all factors influencing the pore space? The first you can see here soil texture. Based on the sandy surface soil, the pore space is 35 to 50 its range, and the medium fine texture soil, the pore space is 50 to 60%, and the compact subsoil, the pore space is 25 to 30%. So the next one is crop and vegetation. Crop like bluegrass increasing the porosity to 57.2% from the original is 50% cropping residue. The porosity as cultivation reduce the organic matter content and hence decreasing in granulation. The virgin soil have more pore space than cultivated soil. Then continue cropping practice reduce the pore spaces than intermediate cropping field. Then more the number of crop per year, lesser will be the pore space, particularly macropores. And the conservation tillage and no tillage reduce the porosity than conventional tillage. Then you can see the simple layman view of image about the compaction affect the porosity. So the less compaction, the soil having more pore space, the plant growth and the root plant leaf and the root growth also very good. But due to compaction, the pore space is very less. The water and the nutrient absorbing also very less. The root penetration also very, very minimum. So the growth of the plant also affecting highly compared to high porosity soil. Size of the pores. Soil pores occur in wide variety of size and shape. This determines the role they play in the soil. So the two major type of pore is there. One is macropore, another one is micropore. Then you can see the classification and function of pores. I think we are nearing to end of this section. So in this last here slide, we are seeing about the classification and the function of pores. Simply it was classified by macrophore and microphore. So further it was classified by macrophore is the single classification and microphore having 4 more classifications: mesophore, microphore, ultramicrophore, and cryptophore based on its the size of the soil particle. The macrophore, its diameter of the size of the pore is 0.08 to 5 mm diameter. So generally found between soil beds, water drains by gravity, effectively transmit air large enough to accommodate the plant root habit for certain soil animals. The microphores, you can see the 4 classification based on its size. Mesophore, the range is 0.03 to 0.08. Rainwater after drainage transmit water by capillary action. Accommodation of fungi and root hair in the mesophore. And microphore, the size is 0.005 to 0.03 size. Generally found within PED. Retain water and plant can use accommodate the most this water pore space, and the bacteria also occupied utilized in this space. Ultramicrophore, the size of the ultramicrophore is 0.00001 to 0.005 mm in size. So the found largely with clay groupings and the retained water that plant cannot use, exclude most microorganisms. Next one is cryptophore, less than 0.001, exclude well microorganisms, too small for large molecules to enter. So this is the different classification given by Soil Science Society of America in the year of 2001. That's it. In this class, we detailedly discussed about the different soil density and the pore space. The soil density, bulk density, and the particle density, and the pore space, also macrophore and the microphore based on the size. Also, it was classified in different category, and the usage also we are detailedly discussed in this section. And thank you to everyone for your attention in this class. Thank you very much. Thank you to all.